All right, welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. It is Phil Nagy. It is Kit Nagy. It is Nagy on Sports, and it is Week 3. Already our second opportunity to see the Houston Texans, as they were one of the game of the weeks from earlier. You're right, Nathan. You're the first one on. Welcome. We appreciate you being here. Got an opportunity to see our Browns down in Houston. Of course, this one a little bit of a struggle last year in Deshaun's first game back. We expect him to be, I would say, vastly better here again today. But excited to get this one going, especially after we got some of that slider stuff cleaned up and the Browns look pretty good in that 38-21 victory over the Colts in Week 2. Kit, how are we doing today?
Yeah, doing well, and obviously hoping to carry some of that momentum out of that game you just mentioned, as the Browns looking to build something here and build on that success. And obviously, like you mentioned as well, Deshaun Watson coming back to Houston again and looking to have a much better performance than his last time down here. And, I think that is a very possible thing he could do here today.
Yeah, Nathan, I get that for sure. Many of us on the channel are Buckeye fans, and we obviously want Stroud to do well, just not well enough to win here in the sim here today. Welcome in, Larry. Welcome in, George. Welcome in, Wendell. Welcome in, Diablo. Hope you're doing well over there. So there's a look at young Stroud statistics on the season. 442 yards, 2 touchdowns to 3 interceptions. I believe they are 0-2 to start the year. Some growing pains for sure. Hey, Keith, welcome in.
And hello, Julia, or Jules.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Mitchell listening on speaker.
I missed that one. Mitchell, yes. Mitchell. Yes, and welcome in, Jules. They're going to try to stretch it to the right side with Pierce, and he's going to go down. How about big Dalvin Tomlinson? 94 says, you ain't getting past this line of scrimmage. Welcome in, Karen. Welcome in, Anthony. Good play there by the run defense. One note, I did decide that Za'Darius Smith got Ethan Posick a Rolex, and so he is going to be wearing 55 now, and Posick will be wearing 52 on the other side of the ball. So,
well, all right then.
Just a note there. How about Siaki Ika blowing up the gap, and he'll take him down. They tried to run a little jet sweep with Robert Woods, and he shall not pass.
Yeah, Ika got in there in a hurry. He really blew up. And actually, he had some help there. It wasn't just Ika in there, so nicely done from Za'Darius Smith as well. But good effort from that D-line early going to this one.
Indeed it is. Now a 3rd and long for Stroud. Obvious passing situation. Here come the Demolition Dogs. Stroud actually had pretty good protection, but he'll throw it short to Robert Woods. And Woods will go down very quickly, just a gain of 4. And now on 4th and 12, the punt team comes out onto the field with Cam Johnston. Go Bucks. Hey, Mason, welcome in.
Yeah, that's exactly
Hey, Pellegrin. Hey, Aaron Burr, welcome in.
That's exactly what you're trying to get them to do there, is to throw underneath. Because the coverage downfield is good, especially on a 3rd and 15. That means the receiver has to do a whole lot of work, and if you've got anybody even in the area to tackle them, which they did, it's really hard to do that. And so a punt coming, which that's good. That's good scheming up. You're gonna have to give them some space on the field. You can't cover everything, right? So if you're gonna give anything, give underneath, and then they take that or force them to take that, and that makes it much more difficult to convert.
Indeed it does. Wendell, we talked about that a decent amount on the Week 2 sim. I don't think you were on. We all love Ezekiel Elliott, but we do not think he's a good fit for the Browns, at least as currently constituted, and especially with the skill sets that he has right now. It was a quick throw to Nick Chubb for a 1st down. Give him 11. Easy swing pass to pick up 11 yards.
Yeah, that was nice.
Hey, Reeve, welcome in. Go Browns. Good to have you on live with us, brother.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest reason there, Keith, is just the fit. I don't think it's the right fit.
Here comes Chubb inside the zone. He's got a pulling. Wyatt Teller gives him enough room for 15 more so yards there. Big run for Chubb into Texan territory.
Yeah, good to see number 2-4 get going here. He is such a big part of this offense, even though obviously we're expecting a lot more out of the passing attack this year, but the rushing attack will still be a core tenet of the success of this offense. And if you can get 2-4 going behind that big O-line, good things will happen.
Indeed it will now. 1st down and 10 at the 44. of the Texans. Watson in a shotgun. Back to pass. Good protection. Now he'll fire deep to the left side. Caught underneath. There were two guys in the area. Moore is the one who comes up with it. And Chubb was kind of running that wheel route again that we saw earlier in week 2, and he almost got himself stuck in the same spot on the field. Kind of got lucky there. Kind of got lucky there, but a great catch by Elijah Moore. Another first down inside the 25-yard line. So far, that momentum from week 2 seems to be carrying over. Back to pass now. Watson, short throw right side, little out route to the Chiefs, sticks his foot in the ground and reaches across the line. They'll say he's short by inches. Christian Kirksey in coverage. Split him out 5 wide now. Watson, deep drop again, firing left side, easy throw, easy catch for a first down. That's Elijah Moore once again, now to the 8 for number 8.
Yeah, good productive drive here, exactly what you're looking to do.
Good mix of run and pass. Here comes Chubb again to the right side. He'll stick his foot rather into the ground, run head on into Denzel Perryman, the middle linebacker, for a gain of 2. Second and goal here now at the 6-yard line. Right side throw, caught, touchdown! It's David Njoku, and the Browns capitalize on their opening drive and Hill Chief slam without the ball. Touchdown, Browns.
That was great, absolutely. Boxed out his defender there, gave a nice easy target for Deshaun Watson to hit, and that's why you have the big bodies out there for the red zone attack, because they can do stuff like that in the red zone and make a touchdown out of little space. But that whole drive was very, very effective to get downfield. Not a single negative play in the whole bunch. So that really makes up a big difference when you're continuing to make progress to that next first down marker.
Absolutely, it does. Taken into the end zone with a knee. Xavier Hutchinson, the rookie at Iowa State. All right, back out onto the field. They're negative 2 yards so far on that first drive, and already in a hole and down in some momentum as well are the Texans. They're going to go ahead and give it to the left side. Here comes Juan Thornhill, and he'll stick his nose up there in the running game to shut down Pierce after 4.
Yeah, Thornhill read that one really early. Nicely done by him, recognizing the run and then coming up to Phil along that perimeter. He got there really quickly, which is just a vet move from him. Just well read and well filled.
2nd and 6 now. Stroud, short little dump to the left side. Kind of stuffed right in front of Newsome. That'll be a complete for the first down of the game, and D'Amico Ryan's excited about it as that was Pierce on a little angle route out of the backfield. See both Pierce and Devin Singletary, the former Buffalo Bill, in the backfield.
Yeah, Newsome just took a bad cut on that. He cut to the inside. He needed to cut to where the receiver was going.
Here comes Miles. Watch out! Stroud's going to go down. Miles and Za'Darius Smith on a little sack sandwich. They're going to each take half credit. And Miles excited about it. He definitely did most of the work on this one. Just absolutely got around Titus Howard in blistering fashion.
Yeah, that was an absolute steamroll of a pass rush right there as he got around the edge very quickly. But that's what Miles does. And then so good to see Za'Darius Smith opposite him. That's going to be a nasty duo.
Yep, it sure is. 2nd and 14. Now Miles hits him again as he throws, but it's going to be complete underneath. And a short run after the catch there for the receiver, and that's actually Devin Singletary, the running back, who was able to make the catch. And now a slant route is achieved for a first down. That's John Mechie, the former Alabama Crimson Tide receiver who had to take all of his rookie season off to battle leukemia.
Yeah, good for him.
He's back and on track, yeah.
Good for him being back. That's not something minor to come back from, to be sure.
No, absolutely not. Tipped in, almost picked off. JOK, I think, got surprised at how it went right to him. He normally doesn't drop that one. 2nd and 10. Now they've got those two running backs in one more time. He'll fire over the middle. Caught his man just over the head of Emerson. Nice throw. That's Woods again, but a pro throw there for C.J. Stroud. Give him a first down inside the 30 now. This drive's a pretty good one.
Yeah, the crazy thing about that whole story, Wendell, is it's actually Tennessee that owns the right to the Houston Oilers and all of their colors and all of their old insignia
old jerseys
and
too.
Histories. Yeah, they sure did. And it's really sad because the Titans won't relinquish that, even though they're not going to be the Oilers.
Right.
So it's unfortunate there's a team in Houston that can't be the Oilers. and have that franchise's history and everything. But that's one of the things. Like, if there's something to dislike about a franchise, it's one of the things I dislike about the Tennessee, the Titans.
Yeah. Option keeper there on a 3rd and 1. Stroud got just enough. He got whacked, but he got the first down. Here's Devin Singletary with his first run, and they'll say 2 yards to the left side. Good little drive here for Stroud, bouncing back after that negative first possession. Here comes again up the middle. This time it's Pierce, and Pierce will be ripped to the ground. Dalvin Tomlinson and Siaki Ika. A little D-tackle bear hug now, 3rd and 7 for Stroud. Back to pass. Browns do blitz 1. They pick it up. He'll go right side. Got his man Mechie, but a good tackle by Newsome will keep him a yard short of the line to gain 4th and 1 now from the 8.
Yeah, great effort there from Newsome. Really, that was just an effort because he's actually a step or two behind, and the Oilers, or now we're talking about the Oilers. The Texans are going to go for this.
They are. 4th and 1 here from the 8. They need the 7. They'll give it to Singletary left side, and he'll pick it up. Maybe if they did. They go say they should give it to him, but sometimes they're bad with forward momentum.
Mm-hmm.
So 1st and goal now at the 7 for Stroud and the Texans. Give it again to Pierce. He'll try the right side. Just blown up. Anthony Walker knocked him into the next county.
Yeah, he did.
Big hit there. A pistol look now. They're going fast. Pierce again, and he'll run right into the middle of the Browns defense. That was JOK this time. 3rd and goal from the 5. They ain't going to let him run it in, that's for sure.
No, they're not.
Here's Stroud now. Back to pass. Surveying, firing right side into traffic and knocked away. Delpit knocked it out of the receiver's hands. 4th and goal, and they'll take the points this time with Fairbairn.
Yeah, that's why that run defense was so important, just those 3 prior plays, not letting them get anywhere. So then they had to convert a much more difficult 3rd down to try to get into the end zone. You see how many Browns defenders were in the area. You basically compressed all your space there when you're that tight to the end zone, and the defenses knows you're going to pass. They were allowed to, basically were able to just 4-man rush it, send back 7. You've got 7 to take up all that space, and we saw it right there. It was very difficult to try to convert, and the Texans did not.
Speaking of some of that balance from last week, remember $157 on the ground for Chubb, in addition to the about 400 yards and 4 touchdowns that Watson had. Remember, Cooper had a crazy game as well last week. We'll see if that momentum continues to grow here. I formation now. Jordan Akins lining up as the fullback, and they'll boot out of it to the right side. Now fire levels concept right at the sticks, and Cooper does the right thing, which is stick his foot in the ground and get the first down for the Browns.
Yeah, it was a great effort, just tight roping up the sideline there, but that's all you needed, as he was thrown a little short of the line to gain, but he makes up the difference, and that got us the first down there.
1st and 10, you're already under a minute to go. It's been a fast first quarter. Here's the Chief again, short gain, keep them on schedule. Watson, a crisp 8 for 8 to start this quarter. He's in a shotgun with Nick Chubb. Now motion coming. If they get the playoff, they can. Watson, lots of time. He'll just dump it to Chubb, who's got the first down, and then breaks the first tackle of Christian Kirksey. And then Christian Harris, the former Alabama Crimson Tide, gets himself in there. And a former ECW announcer. Well, I appreciate it, Keith. I can't say I watched a lot of ECW, but I will take any compliment to a professional that I can get. All right, they'll flip the field now, right from the midfield stripe here. Stroud firing off his bat, or not Stroud. Watson threw it into traffic, and I jinxed him. That was his first incompletion. Could have been picked.
Well, yeah, that probably should have been picked, so fortunate that one was dropped.
Indeed it was. Here comes the motion. And they'll fake the pop pass and then give it to Chubb. A little trickeration, and Chubb pushes the left side for 6. Sets up a 3rd and 4.
Yeah, I like that little look. They weren't ready for it, and Chubb was able to take advantage. Because if they made the right move on the gap, he probably only gets a yard or 2. But that little count or feint to the one side caught them moving the wrong direction, and Chubb was able to take advantage.
Donovan Peoples-Jones with his first catch of the half. He'll pick up the first down. New set of downs for the Browns at the 35. Efficient here on their second drive of the game. They scored on the first one. Here's a slant, a little skinny post to the right side, and a first down again.
Yeah, that's the beauty. That's the beauty of our
singing to us.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, I know.
Somebody's singing Death Cab for us or something.
I know what that is. Forgot about my alarm to make sure I got up in time to go get my daughter.
No, all good. It's all good. I was just like, somebody's whispering some dulcet Death Cab tones to me here as Watson keeps it for 4 on the right side.
Yes, I like calming waking up.
That's fair. That's a good one to wake up to.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Wake up to that.
That's a good one.
2nd and 6 now. Watson over the middle, right at the sticks. That's the Chief again. They'll say 3rd and inches.
And with my earphones, I can't really. I could hear it just barely, but I couldn't really hear it because it's all.
Yeah, I heard it barely, but it was definitely in the mix.
Add it in.
Diablo, that's an interesting idea. DeJuan Jones as a fullback. That could be kind of fun. He's athletic enough, and he's clearly going to blow somebody up. 3rd and inches now. They're going to spread him out and go shotgun. Interesting choice here. Tells me maybe 4 down territory if they want it, but they're going to drop pass Elijah Moore, and then they're going to kick the field goal. So I was doubly wrong.
Yuck.
York from about 31 yards here. His kick is up and is good. So the Browns score on both of their drives, leaving a little bit to be desired. First drop of the season for Elijah Moore, who doesn't do a lot of that. And the Browns will have to settle here 4-3.
No, I was starting to say though before I got interrupted by Death Cab, is that that's one of the things with this because we're that skinny post was so successful out to DPJ on the outside, kind of that slant concept. But you really have 3 or 4 guys on this roster that can do that so well. So you really don't know where that threat is coming from. There's not just one guy that you're like, all right, he's going to be the slant target or he's going to be the skinny post target. Because pretty much any of these guys can do that very, very well in this offense.
Little throw on the run. Miles was chasing him, able to complete it for 8 yards. Good play there by Stroud. Wendell, I disagree. I think we're past that. You and Tony Grossi want us to sign these fullbacks. I don't think that they're going to waste a roster spot on somebody with that specific of a skill set. For the amount of times we will see them, which I think will be very, very few.
Well, especially with Watson at the helm, because one of the biggest differences with Mayfield versus Watson, or even the offense that they were trying to bring in. Notice they did have a fullback initially,
yes.
But the offense they were trying to bring in initially counted more on that fullback, and they do use the fullback some still in the offense, but they tend to use a halfback in that position when it's needed, or sorry, excuse me, a tight end in that position when it's needed. But realistically, it comes down to the fact that with Watson at the helm, you're going to be spreading the ball a lot more frequently, which means you want more receivers on your offense. In your offense, you're going to rely a little bit more heavily on tight ends in spots in the passing route tree. Through the passing attack. So it's going to be more heavily focused on tight ends and wide receivers because of Watson. And then that means you don't have, you're right, you don't really have a roster spot for a guy that's going to be that much of a specialty player. And that's why guys like even a kick return specialist may not make this team.
Yeah, Jakeem Grant would have to be like the 7th receiver on this team, probably.
Right. So, and they would take a kick return specialist before they're going to take a fullback. As much as I love fullbacks, they're not going to take a fullback over a kick return specialist because a kick return specialist can make that much more of an impact on the game.
3rd and 7, and Stroud's going to fire this one out of bounds. They got to a midfield again, but good job by the Browns there to stymie him, and there's Cam Johnston to try to pin them deep. He'll angle this thing towards the right sideline and out of bounds at the 11. Pretty good punt there from Cameron Johnston. Go Bucks. And now Watson and company back out onto the field. Appreciate everybody being on. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy. We are Nagy on Sports, the only place on YouTube where you can get live original play-by-play and color commentary to Madden Sims. We do every single Browns game. We also do one additional AFC and NFC game. You can vote on those on our Discord channel, which you can access via the invite link in the description of this video. The week 3 games are up right now, so you can go and vote on those if you haven't had a chance to already. But we really, really appreciate our subscribers. We are still freshly minted into our new life as a YouTube partner, which means that we can monetize the channel, and we really appreciate all the support that you guys have had. We continue to grow too. Welcome to our new subscribers. We're over 1,000. I think we're like 1,012 or something right now. So welcome to all the new folks as well. You guys are the best. And as we continue to spread the influence that is Nagy on Sports. A first down there for the Chubb, for the Chief rather, not the Chubb, the Chief. And they've got a new set of downs up to the 31. So thank you guys so much. We really, really appreciate it. And Fellergren wants you to smash that like button. Yes, thank you, Fellergren.
I've seen that. So that first play while you were talking there, that little like 3-man reverse that they like to run, it seems to be less and less successful as they continue to run that. I'm not sure why they rely on that quite so heavily. With that little, like, toss it to Chubb. Chubb comes around, fakes the little reverse, and then keeps the ball kind of thing. Not sure why they rely so heavily on that play. That's kind of a gadget play. Probably should be showing up, in one of every, 6 to 8 games. Not like, once or twice or 3 times in a game.
Sure. Well, we get it out of there. But, yeah, there's like 3 or 4 of them. They play off each other. There's one where he does give it on the end around. There's the one where they fake the end around, all that stuff. So. You are right that it does feel like we see those a lot. Pressure now, and Conklin's going to get beat. Will Anderson Jr., the number 3 overall draft pick from the University of Alabama, able to beat our right tackle, Jack Conklin. Feels like maybe Watson just needed to make a little bit of a decision quicker to get out of there or throw it away.
Yeah, Mason, I'm with Phil. Japanese Steakhouse, for sure.
And I agree.
They're both good choices, though.
I was going to say, you can't beat good barbecue. That's
right.
True. But I think the gap between good barbecue and bad barbecue is bigger than the gap between good Japanese steakhouse and bad Japanese steakhouse.
Right, which, yeah.
You have a higher floor than Japanese steakhouse.
You do.
3rd and 4. Come on, Browns. Back to pass now out of a shotgun. Teller absolutely decked somebody in the front, and Cooper's going to get hit right as he catches the ball. But he achieves the first down. Derek Stingley talking a little smack, but the damage was done.
Yeah, not sure why he's talking smack there. He got absolutely beat on the inside. Cooper thrives in that margin. Just that half a step on the inside, give him the ball with just that little bit of space, and he makes magic happen.
Nice bang cut for Chubb right up the middle. He'll pick up 9 on just his 5th carry. So doing a good job of keeping him fresh, hopefully for some chew clock moments here at the end of this one. Now a 2nd and 1, we'll see the pistol. Posick wearing 52. We talked about that a little bit earlier. He snaps it back, wide open in the middle, turn around. Peoples-Jones to the 3. 1st and goal, Browns. They'll call it the 2-yard line. Watson dealing now 18 of 20 for 186 yards.
Yeah, Watson couldn't resist that one. I mean, he's just standing by himself. Nobody even near him. So he's like, all right, well, that'll be easy.
I'll take this layup. As Bo Bishop says, the layups need to be layups, right?
That's right. Exactly. Don't overthink it.
Motion coming. Give him the pop pass coming across the middle. That's Moore to the corner, and he's just going to get dragged down. I thought he was going to go.
He should have. That little hesitation is what cost him. If he just continues around the edge, he's in.
We reached the 2-minute warning here. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy, Nagy on Sports joining you with this Week 3 sim. Again, all the rosters have been updated, all the rookies, all the free agents. As significant things happen like Za'Darius Smith, we will continue to make those changes as well. We appreciate you being with us. Here's a 2nd and goal. Nick Chubb sticks his foot in the ground, and he's down at the 1, apparently. I saw a guy flop over the goal line, but I think it was an offensive lineman. 3rd and goal now. Double tight ends to the left side. Chubb again, and he can't beat 2 rushers completely untouched.
Yeah, that one was on the line, just not.
Yeah, Texans will call timeout.
They didn't block that one very well. As you don't want your point of attack to have two guys coming through it, at the handoff. That's not so ideal.
In the midst of all of the things we would like Madden to continue to fix in their next game, like the screen game and those kinds of things, I would really, really love for like a slider that says like how aggressive your coach is at going for it on 4th down. There's no way that Kevin Stefanski kicks a field goal from the 3 there.
Or even just like if you could set the situational, hey, if it's this and this, go. If it's
go for it, yeah. Inside 4 yards, go for it. Outside 5 yards, kick it. Whatever.
And then set some thresholds for what the score line or what the situation of the game is roughly. I mean, it gets pretty complicated pretty quickly, but at the same time, like,
right,
it could
that's
be better
what I was
than
saying.
this.
I'm just asking for one slider. Like, how aggressive is your coach? Like, all the way up is every 4th down. All the way down is never. Like, put him at like a 75 or 80% on that thing.
Yep.
Not Brandon Staley crazy, but Kevin Stefanski aggressive. Yeah, and I think he would have in real life for sure, Nathan. Again, one of those things or you could just fix coach mode, and that would be fine too.
It sounds great, Keith. Sounds really good. Talk about a barbecue spot right out on Lake Erie. Sounds really,
there you go.
Really, really good.
Is it nice up there? It's beautiful in Columbus here today. Is it nice up on the lake today, my friends? It's like 68 and sunny. It's like a move to San Diego day because it's like this every day there. 13-3, they're going to call their second timeout. Driving, Fairbairn's got a pretty decent leg, so I would say maybe another 5 to 8 yards. They're going to get themselves in his range. Browns rush just 3. Stroud finds a gap. Good throw. That's Woods again, beating Denzel Ward. And a first down at the 27, and they are definitely in Fairbairn range now. Oh, good. I'm glad it's beautiful up there as well. I can only assume it's beautiful in Southern California. Stroud, left side, knocked away by Newsome. Really good coverage on Mechie.
That was impressive coverage. Nicely done.
Trips to the right side, 2nd and 10. They got about 25 seconds. Miles gets around, up a little dig route across the middle. Emerson misses the tackle, and that's actually going to allow them to get a first down. And then they'll try to get up to the line and then end up burning the third timeout. Yeah, it was like 37-38 when I woke up this morning, Keith, for sure. Not going to complain about it, though. They're just going to go ahead and take the field goal now here with 16 seconds. Fairbairn's kick is up and good. So in a kind of an interesting half, some long drives, especially for the Browns have had the ball 3 times, and they've scored each of the 3 times that they had the ball, but 3 possessions in a half is not a lot.
No.
Because they've had just long, sustained drives, and then the Texans have had some long drives, a couple of punts, and a couple of field goals as well. But this is the 4th drive of the game, I think, for the Browns, and they're going to eat it unless Watson has a huge hole to the left side of the 30. Look at him carrying that thing. I will not fumble. Up to the 40. We're going to get a flag here, maybe some holding, and that would negate all of that, which it is. And that is the newly minted 52, Ethan Posick, and Watson very quickly there to assure him it's okay, and now they're just going to go ahead and take a knee. So 13-6, it feels like the Browns have really dominated, but only up a touchdown thanks to 2 sort of questionable red zone decisions where we think maybe Stefanski really goes for it instead of taking a field goal. And then again, credit CJ Stroud for getting his team down into scoring range a couple of times. So 13-6 is where we sit here at Nagy on Sports during this halftime break. Appreciate all of you guys being on with us. You are the best. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe, we would appreciate that. And again, we do have all the super chats and super things going on if you ever want to do that. Again, never expected, but always appreciated on that front. And again, Kit and I still haven't figured out what we want to do with our memberships just yet. So we'll let you know when we do, but we really appreciate you guys being on with us. If you want to join us on our Discord channel, please use the invite link in the description of this video. You'll always find out in advance of when we're going to sim. You can vote on the games of the week and then chat with us in general between sims. Like, oh my gosh, they just traded for Za'Darius Smith, and we all freaked out on Friday night on the Discord. Oh, okay, very cool. 2nd and 9 now. Watson in some little bit of trouble now. He'll roll right, gets caught up, and now breaks the tackle, and eventually maybe gets back to the line, but they're going to still call it a sack. Rankins and Will Anderson, again, actually the 2nd sack of the day. That's a very interesting question, Mason. I'm sure they could. I just think that they're kind of lazy about it. They haven't had to change anything, and the Chiefs going to drop one. That's going to hurt. And the Browns, their first punt of the day, actually going 3 and out. Bojorquez into the game for the first time. Stretch that leg out a little bit, kid. Nice punt down to the 25, 26-yard line where Hutchinson makes the fair catch. So the Chief drops it. I can't say that he would have had the first down. I can't say that he would have had the first down, but it certainly doesn't help that he didn't give him an opportunity to do that. Mason, I really appreciate that, man. You didn't have to do that, but I very much appreciate it. And yes, health is absolutely the key, and you can say that for any of those teams. You know, we had talked about that a little bit on the Discord channel, speaking of the Discord channel, but you know, you take Mahomes off the Chiefs, you take Burrow off the Bengals, you take Allen, even when Tua was off the Dolphins, they were a different team. Like, when you take away the elite quarterback, the team just isn't that, you know, all of those teams need to be Like, where would the Eagles be without Jalen Hurts? Like, you tell me Gardner Minshew gets them to the Super Bowl last year? No. I don't care how good their offensive and defensive lines are and how good their playmakers are. So, absolutely, health is a big part of it. And, yeah, you try to build in some depth, and that's where maybe a piece like Za'Darius Smith, so that you've got Okoronkwo now as your backup if something happens to Miles or Smith. Building in some more depth is always a good thing for sure. And yes, George, they do. They just care about all the butt stuff, which is, I don't even think I've ever done it before. I couldn't even tell you how it works. 2nd and 5 now. Option keeper again. Okoronkwo into the game, kind of got beat, but good pursuit from Owusu Koromoa. I heard they extended Mitch Trubisky just to lower his cap number and just kind of make him more of a permanent backup solution, as this one's going to be caught on a slant and another first down. How about 18 for 22 for Stroud in this game? That's the 5th catch for Mechie. 13-6 here. Would like to get a little bit more space in this game. I don't like them being so close. I don't like them being a score away, because then Madden can Madden. Here comes Pierce, wide open over the middle. Not a Brown in sight for 13 yards where Delpit meets him. By far, Pierce's best run of the game. First down, Texans now getting deep into Brown's territory at the 32-yard line. Stroud gives it up the middle. Again, Pierce kind of bounces off Walker, and then Za'Darius Smith, whilst getting laid upon, sort of trips him up. He'll be back in just a little bit, everybody. He had to run and pick up his daughter from school, but he'll be back soon. That's why he's gone silent. Left side, as they try a screen, he just throws it into the back of Okoronkwo. So you're starting to see a couple of these sub-packages, by the way. I made a formation where Za'Darius Smith lines up inside next to Miles, and then Okoronkwo comes in as well, and incomplete to the right side, and they hold again. Bending but not breaking so far as this Browns defense, but Fairbairn here from 42. An opportunity to cut into the lead, and his kick is up. And his kick is good. 13-9. Oh, I see what you mean. Yes, it does feel like a lot of the pundits are saying that Kenny Pickett is way better than what I saw last year. But I think that's just that Steelers glow that they get, that bias, that positive bias that they get. That whole 3 coaches ever and all the championships and stuff. So they're assuming that the Steeler powder will make Pickett elite. Maybe it will. Who knows? All right, trips to the left side. Browns need a touchdown here on this drive. I'm calling for it. Over the middle. Got his man Chubb to the 35. First down before Jimmy Ward and Steven Nelson bring him to the turf. Big first down. Love that they use Chubb out of the backfield, and I think that will be something that we see a little bit more. That's kind of an underrated part of his game. He does catch the ball well, and obviously we know the run after catch is elite for him as well. Here's Njoku. Njoku doesn't drop this one and is able to achieve 11 yards and a first down. All right, so Nathan thinks Pickett does have elite potential. I don't feel like I've seen it yet, but I also wouldn't call myself a elite scout of talent at the quarterback position either, which is why I'm a public school teacher, not a quarterback coach or evaluator. Short throw over the middle, keep him on schedule. 23 of 26 and 6 catches for Chubb. And this one, again, just taking what's there, taking what's easy. 6 yards at a time is a good way to move the chains in this game. Here's another throw right side. Dropped again by Peoples-Jones. The dropsies now have found their way onto the Cleveland sideline this half. 2 big ones. Here's a 3rd and 4. Hopefully they can get it back. Watson looking, left side at the sideline, and they'll say he's out of bounds. Couldn't get the toes in. Needed to put a little bit more zip. Oh no, here we go. This is what I'm afraid of. Madden thinks a 60-yard field goal here is a great idea, and I do not. And it's straight enough, but just a teensy bit short because there's no wind in this gym or stadium. And now you're going to give them unnecessary and unnatural momentum. Here we go. The maddening begins. Momentum shift for the Texans and great field position. Just gross. Short throw right side to Woods, and he'll get hit by 3-4 different Browns over there. I don't know, Wendell. I can't make it stop. I don't know how to make it stop. But it is the worst. We need a turnover here. Come on, Madden. Give us the old pick sixer here. Or a wide open throw to Dalton Schultz. Down to the 23-yard line. Stroud carving him up a little bit now. 20 of 26. Under 7 to play here in the third quarter. I know, and it feels like it only happens to us because Madden knows that York has a strong leg. That they're like, oh, he can try 62-yarders in the middle of the game. Again, he definitely has the leg for 68. It's not going to be accurate every time, but telling me that it's going to be short is not the thing that would be correct. 3rd and 5 now. Got to get a big stop as they try a jet sweep to John Mechie. 5 minutes on the clock as this one is snapped. Now Stroud surveying. Again, just sacked the one time. Survey or pressure coming, end zone, but he's out of bounds. Oh. Browns get lucky there, catching a break. 35-yard field goal now for Fairbairn. He's been busy, his 4th of the day, and now all of a sudden 13-12, courtesy of John Madden in his army of Hex. So 13-12 now the score, and the Browns need a touchdown. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to keep saying it again until we get it. Come on, Deshaun. You've been very efficient. I know you've had a couple of drops. Chubb's been fine. Just run the offense, and let's punch this thing in the back of the zone, baby. Motion coming. Give him the pop pass. That's Moore. Over the middle. Breaks. Oh, I thought he was going to go. Almost broke it. Just got tripped up after 7. If not, there was a lot of green grass up to that left side. He was going to go. Short throw left side. Caught by the Chief this time. Ripped down immediately to the ground by Desmond King. The nickel corner there in coverage. 1st and 10 now. Back to pass. Watson. Now he'll roll right. There's a lot of room over there. He could take off if he wants. He'll throw it back to the left, and Chubb wasn't ready for it. Just take off and run there, Deshaun. Would rather see him just take off and run in that particular case. Now Watson on a 2nd and 10. Firing. Short throw to Chubb. He's got them near the first down. He does have the first down. Kirksey brings him down, but Nick Chubb has been a very effective outlet today with 7 catches, 64 yards for Nicholas Jamal Chubb. As he nears 100 all-purpose here in the game, still in the third quarter with 3 minutes to go. Back to pass again, Watson. Short throw, right side, actually over the middle. Was that dropped again? Jordan Akins that time looked like he was the intended target. I couldn't tell if a defender got his hand in there or if it was dropped, but the drops are coming kind of fast and furious. Now Chubb, left side, broken tackle, 45, breaks through another tackle, and he gets 8 to set up a beautiful 3rd and 2 there. A 2nd and 10 run could have gone badly, but Chubb makes it happen now. 3rd and 2, back to pass, short throw. He's got Chubb again for the first down. He's the reliable one right now to the 31-yard line. Nick Chubb, his 8th catch, 76 yards, and that does officially put Chubb over 100 multi-purpose yards in this game. Good drive once again. Can they put it into the end zone this time? Double tight ends left. Boshin from Elijah Moore. Back to from Cooper. Pressure coming, and he's going to eat it and get sacked. Malik Collins got through. Not sure who blew it that time. Looked like Batonio. It was Batonio. And Watson now been sacked more than Stroud has in this game. 2nd and 17. Back to pass. Quick throw over the middle. A little bit of a block there from Nick Chubb. That's David Bell, our first chance to see him today. And he helps it become a 3rd and manageable first catch of the day for David Bell. 3rd and 8 now. Pressure coming. They're taking care of it. Actually, now he'll roll left. Now he'll fire dangerously right to a freaking Houston Texan. Jimmy Ward picks him off. I hate that. Every single time he spins and throws, it's going to be picked. And the Browns are just absolutely boofing away their good There's nobody there. There's nobody there. Madden loves that play for Deshaun for reasons that I am completely flabbergasted by. I'm going to spin and then throw it to no one, except for the guy for the other team. Every single one of Deshaun's interceptions this year, except for the one where he just got tackled while throwing the ball, have been that play. Every single time. Sean, welcome on. Sorry you had to come right on to that. You caught me in a bitter way. Second and 10. Browns have been holding this 1-point lead. Have been holding the lead, rather. It was 13-6 and then 13-9 and now 13-12. And with 7 seconds left, it looks like this is going to be the last play of the third quarter. And it's going to be a first down. Robert Woods. See if the Browns can knock that football out. They can't, and that will flip the field here. Yep, and it all happened after this missed 60-yard field goal. That's where the momentum shift happened, courtesy of Madden. Courtesy of Madden. All right, play action pass here. Pocket being pushed. Wide open again over the middle. Stroud dealing now as he has gotten a connection going with Robert Woods here in this one. And somehow the Browns find themselves in a real dogfight here with 14 minutes left in a game that they have been really just owning the entire time, except for some Madden things. Here's an option keeper, and Thornhill's there to read it for a loss of 1. Great play by the chosen Juan for a first down, or for a TFL rather. Right side, Stroud caught near the first down again. Walker. It was only like 60, Sean, but still, it was like 7.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Completely unnecessary. They're going to try an option keeper, and Miles and Denzel are there. Rough choice. You can see them pursue quickly. It would have been, I think, would have been the right play to actually give him the ball to Singletary, because that one was read beautifully. And now another field goal, the 5th of the game. This would be the 5th field goal for Fairbairn. He has scored every single one of their points. This would be 15 all by himself. But this one's a big one because it brings out the lead for his home Houston Texans, and the kick is up and the kick is good. 15-13 now. And the Browns just got to get out of their way, and Madden needs to stop doing what they're doing. Look at that. All the way momentum now to the right. You've done your job, Madden. Thank you. You gave the inferior team unnecessary momentum, and they took it and ran with it. Thanks to you. Now, can we please normalize again? I know, Nathan. There's no love, no respect. Trips to the right side, blitz coming. They pick it up. Watson now firing on the run into the middle, and he held on to the football. The Chief got jacked. Lucky to hold on to that one up to the 44-yard line. I agree, Sean. We need a TD bad. We haven't scored since the second quarter of this football game now. 12 minutes to go in the game. Watson firing it deep down the middle. Caught! Beautiful catch. Donovan Peoples-Jones to the 34, and the 30th completion of the game gets him over 300 yards. Winovich kind of hit him late there, too. Of course, former Brown Chase Winovich. But a really nice throw and a beautiful catch by Donovan Peoples-Jones. And now the Browns into Texan territory. Shotgun for Watson. Back to pass again. Throw it right side to Chubb. He's got some space. Breaks one tackle, and then he'll be thrown to the ground at the 25 after a gain of 9. Nick Chubb, 9 catches, 85 yards in this one. To answer your question earlier, 85 receiving yards. Pistol look here. Firing it again. Wide open over the middle. He's got Peoples-Jones inside the 15 to the 11. Another first down Browns, but not first and goal. Donovan Peoples-Jones again just kind of parking himself right in the middle of that zone. First and 10. He's done that well here in this game. Come on, Browns. They've struggled in the red zone this season to score touchdowns. They got to get one here. Watson rolling, firing, left side, end zone, just over the head of Cooper. He was being covered like a blanket. Dare I say, worn like a communion suit. Steven Nelson was all over him. Now 2nd and 10. Right side, short throw, got it to the 5, and that's where he'll be tackled. So it looked like maybe that was Harrison Bryant. Excuse me, that was Cedric Tillman, number 89, not 88. 3rd and 4 now. Come on, Browns. Left side, caught, touchdown! It's Tillman again! The rookie's got his first NFL touchdown. Cedric Tillman, a red zone weapon, and the Browns retake the lead on a drive where they had to have it. Beautiful throw there to the rookie Cedric Tillman. And Tillman into the end zone, a touchdown Browns. And 2 doesn't really do much different here than the 1, so they will just take the extra point. No real difference between 5 and 6. So, beautiful shot of the bench there. Yeah, he does look big in the sim. We'll take it. So 20-15, Browns respond in a big way. Which is exactly what they needed. It's been a good day for Robert Woods there with his 10 catches. We will see if they go back to him as well. Cooper caught, they went to that one in the end zone for Cooper, but it was just a little bit over his head. Option keeper again, Stroud left side, and he's going to be decked right at the line again. He's carried the ball 6 times for 6 yards. Partly, I think it's because that with the offensive coordinator coming over, is we're going to get another option keeper coming over from the 49ers. Feels like Groundhog's Day there. Looked like the exact same thing. I don't know why that's such a big part of Shanahan's playbook, but it's in there because we've seen it a lot with Brock Purdy. It would make more sense with Trey Lance. How about that coverage? Swatted away. Good pursuit. That looked like Newsome. And the Browns force a 3 and out here with a little bit of momentum back on their side. And now a chance with 8.5 minutes to go to get Chubb going to ice this one. Jakeem Grant tackled at the 29-yard line. Watson and company out onto the field. Now there's the I formation. Aikens lining up as the fullback. Back to pass out of it. Blitz coming. Actually, not a blitz, just Winovich wide. Dump it to Chubb. Chubb catches it again. His 9th catch of the day. Just 3 yards. Back to pass. 8 minutes to go. Quick throw right side. Got his man right away. First down. Peoples-Jones. Can he stay in bounds? It looked like he might have landed on the legs. I like that little quick roll, quick throw. That looked like a high school football play. I just roll to the right, find my guy, throw it right between the ones. Get a first down to the 45-yard line. 6 catches for 82 yards for Donovan Peoples-Jones. First and 10, they'll throw again. Blitz coming, they pick it up. Left side, short throw. Got his man, that's going to be Elijah Moore. Wendell, I agree. Let's give it to the Chubbernaut here. 7 catches for Moore. Yeah, he has looked more like Christian McCaffrey today. There he is again, his 10th catch. And he gets another first down. Nicholas Jamal Chubb. Again, Marshall Faulk 2.0 here. 11 catches, 95 yards for Chubb. What a heck of a game for him. Short throw over the middle. Peoples-Jones near a first down again. Pushed forward. He may get it. They'll say 2nd and inches. Remember, again, as much as we wish they would, they will not go to chew clock mode until there's 4 minutes left. So we're going to run regular offense, regular playbook until then. Watson, plenty of room, and decides to throw it away on 2nd and inches. He has to run 1 inch and then slide. That was dumb and unrealistic. And now throws it into space, tipped it, almost caught by Peoples-Jones. He was the underneath route. Madden, your quarterback pocket presence is so silly. Now here comes Cade York, and York's able to kick another field goal. Yeah, shots. It must be you, Sean. You're right. They haven't handed the ball off once since you've been on. We think they're going to be much more pass heavy, but they still should give Nick Chubb the football a couple of times. I agree with you, and not just throwing it to him. Although he has been really, really good in the pass game. All right, that gets the lead up to 8. That's an important field goal, so I'm okay with the field goal there. I just wish that in the middle of Deshaun rolling to the right side with nobody in front of him on a 2nd and inches, he doesn't just run for a yard and then slide. Instead, he chose to throw it away. So now 1st and 10, Stroud with 5:32. Another tornado, yes, torpedoed by Matt. Short throw right side. He's got his man near a first down. He will be across. That's Dalton Schultz, the tight end. And Schultz, you can see, almost knocked out. Man, Miles got in there in a hurry as well. I agree, not that pass heavy on 2nd and inches. I agree. I may need to start up a couple, just a teensy bit more of the running plays, just to try to make it a little bit more. Of course, Chubb had 27 carries in the last game, so it's not completely devoid of it. They try to hand it off again to Robert Woods. That's that Deebo Samuel package. Again, they're running that 49ers playbook. How about Siaki Ika blowing that one up? And then JOK comes to clean up the damage as well. 4.5 to go. Nope, the stats have now said Chubb has 10 catches, so they were a little bit aggressive on his last one. Blitz coming as they set up a screen, and JOK just drilled Stroud. Lucky to get rid of that one, almost threw an interception because how hard he got hit when that ball popped out of his hand. Now right side, tipped away! Thornhill came up and made a great play, and that's a 4th and 11. And I would assume with the 3 timeouts that they will punt, and that is what they are going to do. They're going to punt this football away. Johnston's been a busy boy. Johnston and Fairbairn, their poor kickers, are going to need the first choice at the ice baths. Whoop! A couple of juke moves for Jakeem Grant, and he'll get up to the 27-yard line. Yep, that's his. I think you're right. That's a Schwartz blitz. For sure. All right, little bunch to the right side. Watson back to pass. Rolling to the right side, now firing back to the left. Caught by Nick Chubb. That's catch number 11 for him. Give him 3 more yards. Again, are we in chew clock mode yet? Can we please chew the clock now? Short throw across the middle near a first down. David Njoku now a 3rd and 2. We have not handed off the ball one time since Sean has been on the sim. And we will not again here. Firing at first down. Cooper to the 47. And now at 398 yards passing, Deshaun's day may be done. We'll find out here now. Under 2.5 to play. I'm not sure why they're not chewing the clock. It's supposed to be automatically. Okay, they are chewing the clock now, finally. Waiting. And then they're throwing it again. Unreal. What is happening right now? There are no pass plays in chew clock mode. What are they doing? Are they think that they're too close? I don't know, but Madden's trying to give it back by another throw on the run, and it's batted away again. What is happening right now? Sean's even asking you nicely, Madden. Hand it off, please. Watson, deep shot, right side, and it's out of bounds. What was that series of play calls? D'Amico Ryan's got to be laughing on the sideline. And then Pahorquez is going to shank it out of bounds at the 33. What is happening right now? Oh, that was gross. Madden, I hate you. Why won't you run the chew clock mode? It's supposed to be at 4 minutes you can run chew clock. They didn't hand the ball off once. Here's a draw. The Texans will hand the ball off though, and that goes for 11 yards. He gets hit hard, and that's the 2-minute warning. All right, Madden, you've put us in this situation unnecessarily. You better fix it for us. Yeah, Madden is a little bit like the refs in real life. That's pretty good call there, Nathan. Here's how about Schultz on a tight end slant. And they've got to go hurry up now. They will. Back to pass. Za'Darius Smith had him step, and that ball's way out of bounds. Lucky no PI. I think maybe it was uncatchable. No spicy OT with the 0-2 Texans. Come on. Firing right side, short throw. That's going to be Singletary, and then he's hit hard by Cameron Mitchell, who's into the game. A little bit of a stamina sub, so some of the depth for the Browns showing up now. Miles moved to the middle for the pass rush, but they complete it quickly to the receiver. And that is Noah Brown. Go Bucks on the catch. Short throw to the right side, out of bounds, or nearing the out of bounds line, but Newsome keeps him inbounds. That's Singletary, and they're going to go hurry up again. You be quiet, Sean. Don't say those things out loud. I'm not going to. How about knocked out of his hands by Emerson? 3rd and 5 with 35 seconds. Stroud. Left side. Got the first down. Good tackle by Emerson, and they have to call their first timeout. We're down to the 11-yard line, gang. Whoo! Nathan loves you, but he wants the pick here, Stroud. Left side, end zone, touchdown, John Mechie. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. This one's a courtesy of Madden, and here's the 2. Here's the 2-point conversion. Under center of a heavy set here, pressure coming. Backside, hit as he throws, incomplete. Beautiful pressure from JOK. Hit him as he threw. You missed it, Mason. They missed it. No overtime unless we get a safety or something crazy. But you almost said it. Onside kick coming here. Browns scoop it up, thankfully, with Elijah Moore. And now 25 seconds and just 2 timeouts, the victory formation. So, sheesh. Oh, my goodness. I don't think we're going to see any more throws, George. They're just going to kneel this thing down. Texans call their second timeout. They can't do anything after this play. But golly gosh, this was way too close, and it was all because of Madden. Very frustrating. Very frustrating indeed. Let's just say there are literally no pass plays in the chew clock mode, and they refused to go to it. Sean, this game will make us 2-1 after our first 3 weeks, and if you hang tight until the stats are over, I will tell you who the Week 4 opponent is. I think it's time to go to the division. I think we may have Bengals or Steelers next. You're right, Felligan. That's the only stat that matters. Sure, they should have handed it off more, but they got the only stat that matters, which is the dubs here on the road, an AFC road dubs, 23-21. DeMeco Ryans, young coach, of course, got plenty to be excited about. I think his young quarterback showed some things today. Certainly his defense did as well. So let's get to a few statistics here. For the Texans, 31 of 44 for C.J. Stroud. He had 285 passing, that's 70%, 1 touchdown, no interceptions for him. On the ground, Browns did a pretty good job. Pierce just 9 for 31. 5 for 31 was Devin Singletary. Whoops, went too far. Catching the ball, Robert Woods 10 for $112. Mechie 7 for 48, including that late game touchdown. Schultz was 6, 5 for Singletary, and 2 drops credited for his guys. Defensively speaking, middle linebacker free agent Denzel Perryman with 15, 14 for Kirko, 12 for Desmond King. They were able to sack Deshaun 3 times. How about the rookie Will Anderson with 1.5, 1 for Malik Collins and a half for Sheldon Rankins, and then Jimmy Ward again had that awful classic Madden Deshaun Watson disrespect interception. Speaking of Deshaun Watson today, 42 of 56, which is 75% of his completions, 398 yards, the 2 touchdowns, and again, the bad interception that we just talked about to Jimmy Ward. Chubb just 8 carries for 35 yards. Watson apparently carried it 6 times for 2 yards. I don't remember all of those carries, but apparently he did. But 8 carries for Chubb is not enough. Now, they did use Chubb in the pass game. How about 12 catches for 98 yards for Nick Chubb today? 10 for the Chief and a touchdown. 7 for Peoples-Jones, 92 yards. 7 for Elijah Moore. Just 3 for Cooper today. 2 for Tillman, including his first NFL touchdown. But look at those 3 big drops. The Chief, Peoples-Jones, and Moore each had a big drop that really crushed certain parts of the drop, like really were drive stiflers. JOK led with 13 tackles, 11 for AWOC. Za'Darius Smith, how about this? 3 TFLs for Miles, 3 TFLs for Za'Darius Smith. So those 2 guys making an impact, and of course they share for the singular sack of the game. No turnovers, just a couple of pass deflections. So, but the Browns survive. They get out of town. They get out of an away game in the NFL. You can't take anything for granted, and they do win this one. And you're right, Sean, a win is a win. They are 23-21, and now with a 2-1 record, they go home, and a chance you can see there the next 3 games. They're going to be tough ones. At home with the Steelers, against actually 3 home games in a row, rather. So at home against the Steelers, at home against the Jags, and then at home against the Bengals. The Browns, you can see there at the bottom, 2-1 in the AFC North. Here are the other games that you get to vote on, gang. You're right, it should be, Anthony, but I know you want me to go back and do it, but I'm not going to do it. Too late now. The saves have been made. We ain't going back.
Yeah,
we'll
absolutely.
get them again later.
Good to see Good to see a nice home stretch coming. The Browns, I think, need that for the next several games. But sorry to miss the second half, everyone. But glad to catch the tail end of this. And obviously, like you mentioned, any win is always a good win. Doesn't particularly matter how you got to that win, just that you got there.
Absolutely. Currently, the voting is going to have The Chiefs at Dolphins would be the AFC game of the week, which Kit and I will run here in the next 24 to 48 hours. And currently leading the vote pretty wide open right now in the NFC with the Panthers and Bryce Young at the Packers and Jordan Love currently winning with just 4 votes. So if you haven't had a chance, hop on that Discord channel and go vote on those games. You'd like to see any of the ones right here in front of you get simmed live right out in front. So really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for your time today. Enjoy the rest of your beautiful Thursday here in Central Ohio and Northeast Ohio, wherever else you may be joining us from. Hopefully it's beautiful over there in the UK as well, Diablo. Enjoy the day, guys. Thanks so much again for all of our subscribers, our new ones, our old ones, our middle ones, and everybody in between. You guys truly are the best. For those who watch these after the game, I hope it's not too busy with all the ads and stuff. I do try to make them all skippable so that you're not just watching ads the whole time. But it's part of the business now when you're a big, fancy, monetized YouTube channel like us, I guess. So we really appreciate you guys. For Kit out on the left coast, Phil here in Central Ohio, we are Nagy on Sports. Today we will say, as always,
Go